Republicans in New York must vote for Andrew Cuomo. If they do not, they're gonna have a racist piece of shit anti-Semite as the next mayor. A fucking loser who never held a real job in his life. A failed rapper that's been hooked up by his anti-Semitic parents with jobs, even though he was a failed rapper, so I don't know how much of a job you want to call that. Mondani, the racist piece of shit. Don't vote for him. And in New York, Republicans, you must vote for Andrew Cuomo. I know that hurts, but you have to vote for him. Otherwise, Mondani will win. You understand that? Do you want that racist piece of shit? Maybe some of you do want that racist piece of shit, because I know a lot of people in this country hate Jewish people. But if you want to fucking vote for a racist piece of shit, vote for Mondani. But if you want to vote for a little sanity, I know Andrew Cuomo is flawed. I know he's not a great person either, but he's the better option. Anyways, let's quickly recap, because I had such a horrible pick. I mean, a horrible week in week 5. This is probably my worst week ever. I know it is. It's the worst ever. Thank you, officiating in the NFL. It's wonderful how rigged our games are. We allow holding with the offensive line of the 49ers, holding on the Rams pass rushers. We're allowing that in games now, right? Because we got to fix games for the point spread so Vegas can make money, right? And we got to fuck my Eagles over too, right? Are we allowed to talk like that? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see how many anti-Semites vote for Mondani, huh? Is that the next mayor of New York City? Because New York City's filled with a bunch of morons. Or will Republicans wake up and realize, you know what, I'm going to have to suck it up and vote for Andrew Cuomo if I don't want to have racist piece of shit Mondani as my mayor. But maybe New York City's filled with a bunch of racists that hate Jewish people, so maybe they'll... And there's a lot of self-hating Jewish people in this country, too, that don't even follow their religion. It's hilarious. It's like, oh, I'll never vote Republican, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, then you're going to have to vote for a Democrat. You're going to have to vote for Andrew Cuomo if you don't want that racist piece of shit Mondani. Anyways, let's move on. Yeah, fucking piece of shit. It's disgusting that we have people like that in our country. We really do. You know, the side that keeps calling everybody else fascists and Nazis are the ones behaving like the fascists and the Nazis. Going around assassinating people and promoting violence non-stop. Lovely. The far left in the country is so fucking intelligent. No, they're not. They're learning all their hate from MSNBC and CNN. But anyways, yay! Congratulations to the officials in this game. 49ers won. Yay! That's a one loss for me. Oh, I got one game right. I got the Vikings game right. I got the Texans game right. I got this game wrong. The Panthers ended up winning. The Dolphins actually looked good at times on the offensive side of the ball. But credit to the Panthers for getting another win. They're still alive. They still have hope for potential playoff hopes. The Dolphins, theirs is dwindling. You're pretty much screwed at 1-4. That's not a really good record at all. I mean, you're probably out of the playoff race at 1-4. 2-3, you still have hope. So congratulations to Carolina Panthers and their fans. The next game we have is the Oakland Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. I picked the Indianapolis Colts in this game. I picked the Giants over the Saints. What a foolish pick that was. I knew that there was a chance that the Saints could win this game, and they did. I should have took it. I should this is one of the games that the Saints can win. And they did it. Congratulations to the Saints and New Orleans fans. That's another loss on my record. That's 3, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3 losses. I got the Cowboys and Jets game, and that was a pretty good, easy game to pick. I was never going to pick the Jets. The Jets always lose. No offense. Sorry about that, New Jersey Jets fans. It's just what it is. Did I say New Jersey? I didn't do that on purpose. I'm sorry. I really apologize. I'm sorry, New York Jets fans. It is what it is. The Jets have stunk for decades, with the exception of that one nice run by Mark Sanchez. They were actually pretty good with Mark Sanchez a little bit. I remember them having some success with him. Speaking of Mark Sanchez, apparently he's a Nazi, fascist, and a racist that beat up on some minority. That's what I'm hearing. Or he's an evil Donald Trump supporter. That's what I'm hearing from the left right now. I didn't even know that about Mark Sanchez. I think I might have saw something where he said that I'm a Democrat, but I'm going to vote for Trump or something like that. And that far left Democrats went crazy about it. And now apparently Mark Sanchez, who's never had any problems with the law that I know of or something like that, is now just, He's beating up on minorities right now. He's beating up on 70-year-old black men, apparently. That's what I'm hearing from the left. Give me a fucking break. We'll see what happens with Mark Sanchez. If Fox still employs him, I'm going to think that he probably was he defended himself or somebody was harassing or attacking him. Because how can this guy who has a clean record one day just say, I'm gonna just act like a complete asshole now, out of nowhere, just decides to do something crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And there's even conservatives on the right, aka Black Sports Network, no, Black and White Network or something like that. That channel, they're saying, oh, well, it's coming out that Mark Sanchez is a bad person. Is he a bad person? Because you know what? I've never heard Mark Sanchez ever do anything bad until now, which makes me think that somebody probably effed with him, maybe laid a hand on him or attacked him, and then he defended himself. And, he was arrested in Indianapolis. Well, what's Indianapolis? A leftist shithole. So no shit. So, I don't trust any of these places. I've been illegally arrested by fucking dipshit cops before. So, I don't fucking trust any of these motherfuckers in this country. They're psychotic people that work in the law enforcement. Not everybody is sane in law enforcement, especially when you probably have a bunch of Democrats part of law enforcement. Far left Democrats, mind you. Psychotic people. Oh, let's move on. We have Denver Broncos. Congratulations, Denver Broncos and the NFL officiating crew that thought it was wonderful to work with Vegas to fuck my Eagles over. It's grounding. Former Dallas Cowboys player Tony Romo said it was grounded because there was no player by where he grounded the ball, where he threw the football at. He said that they were 8 yards away. I agree. So why did the refs pick up the flag and say, okay, it's not grounded now? Tell me why, because you're working with Vegas. We're not stupid. And then at the end of the game, when it was clear pass interference, the Eagles should have had a first down and should have been on the 5-yard line, and they would have won the game. NFL, you rig your games. You think we're fucking stupid. Sorry, not everybody's dumb like you. We see what's going on. You stole a victory from my Eagles. I'm not saying the Broncos did. I'm saying the NFL did. And yes, I don't like this shit because you see the way the players in the Broncos are acting like you knew that you grounded that football. You didn't throw that to any receiver. There was no receiver by them. Even Tony Romo said it. And at the end of the game, it was clear pass interference with a push on one of the Eagles. I think it was Goddard. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was Goddard that was pushed where the ball was. The ball was going that direction, and he would have caught it. It was in that vicinity. That football was in that vicinity. So why was there no pass interference called on that play? Explain that to me, NFL. Explain that to me, officiating crew. Why don't you tell me why you robbed my Eagles? And I don't want to hear from stupid Eagles fans saying, well, the Eagles played like shit in the fourth quarter. Yeah, no shit, they played like shit. But they still had a really great possibility, a great chance at winning the game until the NFL officiating crew decided to say, no, we'll work with Vegas. We got to have the point spread this way because I'm assuming that the Eagles probably had the majority of money on them, and they also had to keep the point spread far apart, so that means nobody gets paid. Thank you. Thank you for rigging games in the NFL, thinking that we're all fucking morons. Thank you. And I'm sure there was other badly officiated games today. If somebody poorly officiated your team too, let me know in the comments section, because obviously I was paying more attention to my Eagles. I did have the red zone on at time, but I'm not catching every single thing. But officiating can decide a win or a loss in this league. And it's obvious that there's been rigging going on. Let's move on. We have the Tennessee Titans at the Arizona Cardinals. I got that game wrong. So wait a second. I just got so frustrated because of the rigging of my game today. They're stealing the win from the Eagles, which is obvious to anybody that has eyes. And that isn't a Denver Broncos fan, because obviously they have a bias, because they're going to say, oh no, my team legitimately won. Yeah, your team that committed pass interference. Your team where your quarterback grounded the football, didn't throw it near anybody. Give me a freaking break. You think we're all fucking stupid? Yeah, I got the first game wrong. I got the 49ers game wrong. I got the Dolphins game wrong. I got the New York game wrong. The Giants game, I mean. I got the Cowboys game right. I got my Eagles game wrong. That's 4 losses. Awesome. That's wonderful. I got the Cardinals game wrong. That's 5 losses. And then I had to be a dumb asshole, and I switched this pick for some reason, probably because Seahawks, you probably should have won this game. The Buccaneers are really banged up right now. I know they didn't have Bucky Irvin. I'm pretty sure he didn't play. So that's a 6th loss because I changed my pick because I'm a freaking idiot. God damn, I can't believe I did that. So, and I got this, the Patriots and the Bills game wrong like most people did. That's 7 losses. That is terrible. That is terrible. And we have a game tomorrow, but right now I'm just focused. I'm frustrated because the poor officiating in the NFL that's working with Vegas, that they think we're stupid, and we all see it. We're not dumb. We saw pass interference in the Eagles game. We saw Bo Dix ground the football, even though he's going, I was throwing it over there, I was throwing it over there. But there's nobody around there, idiot. There's nobody by like 8 yards, for Christ's sakes. Tony Romo, who doesn't have a bias, who is a Dallas Cowboys former player, is saying, this looks fixed, this looks rigged, without actually saying that because he's the announcer, so he can't say that, but he's saying, like, what is this crap? That should have been a penalty. Give me a break. Stop cheating and rigging games. Just get betting out of sports right now. I don't bet in games. I want to see my team win, but I also want to see a fair game. If my team legitimately lost and there was no potential chance of them winning, and if you didn't screw us over by not calling obvious penalties when there was a penalty that's supposed to be called, 2 penalties, mind you, one that would have won us the game definitely with the 5-yard line where Goddard is pushed by the defender on the Broncos, which is a penalty. That's called pass interference. Did you know that, officiating? Did you know that's called pass interference, to push the player before the football's actually in the vicinity? Did you know that? Goddamn morons. Rigging games. F you. Just like you rigged the goddamn election in 2020, like we're all fucking stupid with that. Yeah, fucking moron, I can't even speak decent English, won 81 million votes. Get the fuck out of here. We know people are voting several times for other people. Your side's psychotic. We've just seen people assassinating people over their politics. Several times. And we just saw one of your Looney Tune fucking supporters shoot up a church. And we know that it's a fact because he had signs on his yard that said, "Stop Trump." He had a stop sign and then it had Trump on it underneath it. That means he's a far-left psychotic Democrat. Give me a fucking break. You think some of us are fucking stupid, like that dumb? No, we can pick up on things, you know that? Oh, who's the veteran, guys? Who's the veteran? Yeah, not all veterans are Republicans. There's at least like 5 or 10% of veterans that probably aren't Republicans. They're psychotic people on the left that have been brainwashed and trained to kill us. Just like that lunatic shot up that Mormon church. And we saw his property and it had "Stop Trump" and had a stop sign. That's not a Trump supporter. I can't believe there's actually some Republican. I don't know who it was. I don't know if it's Jeremy something, whatever the hell's name is. But he thought, oh, maybe he's a Republican. Are you stupid? He has a stop sign, and underneath it has Trump's name on it. That means "Stop Trump." Are you fucking slow? Like, mind you, I don't even know why there's some Republicans out there that are stupid. Like, if there's a stop sign, it's not telling you to stop and just, like, support Trump. No, it's saying "Stop Trump." Because that's what their media on MSNBC and CNN, they teach nothing but hate. They did this under George Bush. I grew up with these fucking retards my entire life with all their fucking hate in their fucking heart. I'm sick of it. They obsess over shit like abortion all the time because they're lunatics on the left, and I'm fucking tired of it. And there's fucking lunatics running the NFL right now. Also, you know, I don't have to see a fucking stupid commercial with a NFL circle jerking itself, patting itself on the freaking back saying, well, we give $500 million to communities that need it. And then you don't explain exactly where the money's going. Because a lot of these communities, they look like shitholes. Like, all these Democrat areas, these money where you're giving it, who are you giving the money to? Because there's drug addicts on the streets? And you guys are trying to stop the police. You said we gotta stop the blue. We gotta get rid of the police. The police are evil and all this crap. Which I agree. There are bad police in this country. But at the same time, these cities look like shitholes, and all these cities are Democrat-ran shitholes. So fucking explain this to me. Explain to me where all this money that you're giving to these communities. What are you doing with it? Because these communities look horrible. They don't. It doesn't look like you're fixing anything in these communities. So you're gonna pat yourself in the back. And it has the Lions defender guy. I can't even think of his name right now because I'm so freaking frustrated. But yeah, he's part of the stupid commercial saying, well, we're giving all this money to the community. Really? Your communities look like shitholes. Detroit looks like a shithole. Chicago looks like a shithole. San Francisco looks like a shithole. All these places that are run by Democrats look like shitholes. Looks like places I would never want to fucking visit. And I live in places like this similar. Like, I live near Philly, and this area where I live right now is a little bit more blue, but not blue as in police, because they don't support police, I'm sure. I'm sure the police are the Nazis, right? The Nazis and the fascists, just like South Park wants to promote. South Park, the cartoon show, now turns the left turn, even though the right doesn't want to talk about it, where they're vilifying ICE all the time. Oh yeah, the ICE, they're the bad guys. You know, we gotta let everybody into the country because it's gonna make the country so much better if we have so many people from other countries. Even though we've seen people cause problems from other countries coming here, and yes, people from here are causing problems too that are born here. I understand that, but we have laws for a fucking reason. And also, I don't know where these fucking morons in this country think that Donald Trump or Vance made these policies about immigration. No, these immigration policies have existed forever, long before any of us were alive, for hundreds of years. Protecting the border is nothing freaking new. You know, it's just because the Democrats don't want to enforce the immigration laws in our country. This is psychotic what's going on in the country. Very psychotic. I'm sick of it. And also, it doesn't help when I'm watching sports. I'm trying to, get away from it all, and then I see the rigging of our fucking football games. I've had everything. And then I'm not even shocked because I'm thinking, of course, because Vegas wants to make money. So NFL and the Vegas work together. They are all fucking stupid. That we don't know what pass interference is. That we don't know what grounding is. That we have a forward quarterback for the fucking Dallas Cowboys who's not even showing a bias at all and saying, yeah, the Eagles just got screwed. Screwed several freaking times because Vegas is, and betting in football is allowed. He basically said that, and you know what? Because I'm bringing up the fact that Tony Romo has the balls to go on fucking TV and actually tell the truth. I'm going to be a target now. Well, he's going to be a target. Maybe Fox will say we can't have Tony Romo saying this stuff because he's telling the truth. Well, thank God there's people like Tony Romo that speak the truth, because we need the truth. Whether the truth is hurtful sometimes, like that certain people's fan bases, or hurtful in society. I like the truth. I don't want to be lied to my fucking face. Like, some people might enjoy being lied to. I don't like being lied to. Maybe some of you like to be lied to. Anyways, my Philadelphia Eagles should win this game. This is a rookie quarterback. I believe he's still going to be quarterbacking, Jackson Dart. Eagles are the better team. This is in North Jersey. There's going to be a lot of Eagles fans at this game, too, because it's close to us. And I know a lot of Eagles fans will just travel because, what is this, like an hour ride at most from where I'm at, and I'm right near Philly. It's really not that far of a drive, probably. Yeah, the Eagles should win this game, but again, let's pay attention to officiating, everybody. Let's see if they're going to call pass interference. Let's see if they're going to call grounding, because they did it in the Denver Broncos game, and they screwed my Eagles over, so let's see if they call it in this game. I'm going to take my Eagles in this game, but we'll see what happens. And the next game, of course, I got the Denver Broncos. They're still a talented team. I just think that the officiating was really poor in the game, so I'm not going to hold a grudge. And also, the Jets stink. The Jets are a terrible team. The Broncos are a good, legitimate team. Now, do I think my team was robbed in that game? Yes, I do. But I'm not going to just hold it against Denver fans or Broncos team in general. Like, they're still a very talented team. The Jets are not a talented team. The Jets suck. The Broncos defense will shut down the Jets offense. The Broncos offense is, I'm not going to say it's great. It's good. It's good enough to put up points against the Jets. They should win. I would say the Broncos probably win by at least 10 points or more. They're probably not going to be that big of a favorite. I'm not sure they're going to make them that much of a favorite, even though the Jets are really bad. They'll probably make the Broncos probably like a 7-point favorite or something. But I think the Broncos can win this game by 10 points or more. The Jets are terrible. They're terrible. Did you see what they looked like against the Cowboys? I was looking at the red zone. They looked awful. I think some of the later touchdowns, it's just the Cowboys were so far ahead, the Cowboys were just like, whatever, at that point in the game. Like, they're not going to get players hurt for, like, who cares? You get your stupid garbage time points. So I got the Broncos against the Jets. Nobody. This isn't even in North Jersey. This is in. I have no idea where it's at. It's 9:30 a.m. Is this in London again, or is this in Ireland, or is this in Scotland, or any of those areas? I don't know what the time zone is in those areas. So, but can somebody let me know where this game takes place? Anyways. Oh, the next game we have is the Los Angeles Rams at the Ravens. The Ravens are terrible. They got a lot of injuries. They even let you know that, they even know. But the Ravens were stinking kind of before this. Like, their defense, even when it was healthier, and there wasn't, they weren't losing all these players and stuff, like, they were terrible then, too. They weren't great. The Bills clowned them. They came back. You remember that game. And then after that, did they give up a lot of points to somebody else, too? I forget who else they gave up points to. The Ravens just their defense has been they're beaten up. They're really beaten up, and they don't have good backups. Obviously, the Buccaneers have good backups because the Buccaneers are finding ways to win. The Ravens are not good. This is in Baltimore. Even if Lamar Jackson plays in this game, I'm taking the Rams. I'm taking the Rams. Even if Lamar comes back for this game, I think Lamar might come back for this game, but I can't take the Ravens. Their defense is terrible, bro. Like, you gotta have at least somewhat of a defense in this league, and it sucks for Lamar and Derrick Henry and the talented players on their team. It's like they can't. You can carry a team kind of. You can kind of be like Dallas Cowboys, but Dallas Cowboys defense played a little bit better this week, but it was against the Jets, so who knows? Anyways, I got the Rams. We got the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers. In this game, who am I going to take? I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not an idiot. And I know the Panthers just won their game at home. I mean, it was a possibility for an upset, but I would favor the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're the better football team, in my personal opinion. But I do have a bias towards the NFC East, obviously. Even though these are divisional rivals, I don't ever root truly against them. I kind of think if they're good, that makes my Eagles look good because that means the Eagles are in a tougher division than people think. I kind of look at it that way. I know there's other people that might just be in the division rooting for I want to see this team. Of course, they want to catch up. They want to catch up to the Eagles. They're not going to catch up to the Eagles as long as the officiating doesn't F us again and again and again. But that could happen, especially since I'm speaking out on it now. Because whenever I speak out on it, that's when I notice that the officiating gets worse and worse for the Eagles, which is kind of weird. Because how can any of these officials be watching my channel? My channel doesn't even get that many views. YouTube's already blacklisted me, so people aren't seeing my channel anyways. So I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. We have the Dallas Cowboys in the game, I said. We have the Arizona Cardinals against the Colts. The Colts are going to smack the Arizona Cardinals around. Arizona's not that good. They're not good. They just gave Tennessee their first win of the season. I don't know how good Tennessee really is. I think there was a ball bouncing around at times, just like that. I think Tennessee picked it up and ran it in for a touchdown, I believe. Cardinals just looked really bad. That's a bad play to give up. I got the Colts in this game. The Colts are the superior team. We have the Seattle Seahawks at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ooh, man. I don't know. See, this is probably why I should be making this video on Monday, because this makes this pick really hard, because these two, I don't know. Seahawks just lost a heartbreaker against the, They just lost a heartbreaker against, who was it against? Oh, it was against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I made the switch to Seattle. Dumb me. That's why my picks are so bad. I mean, they was going to be bad either way, but it made it even worse that I made that switch like a dummy. I thought Seattle was legit, and I don't know. Both these defenses are playing well lately. I'll give this to Jaguars. You know what? I don't trust Seattle after they screwed me with that. I'll go with the Jags at home, because I think the Jags are probably going to lose on Monday and then come back and probably win against Seattle. This will be a very competitive game. Both teams have very good defenses. Even though you couldn't probably tell that from the score of between the Seattle Seahawks and the I'm so frustrated about today's game. I'm so pissed. I just can't believe the officiating effed us like that. But then I gotta remember, Vegas is involved. I know I can't get my Eagles out of my brain because I'm thinking, wow, there's pass interference there. There's ground in there. Tony Romo is sticking up for us. Tony Romo, the former Dallas Cowboys, is not showing a bias and is saying what we're all seeing, that we're seeing are the Eagles being robbed right in front of us. And yes, I know the Eagles played like crap at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but at the same time, they still had a potential chance of legitimately winning that game if they were calling the pass interference and the grounding call, which could have changed the whole complexity of the game. Those two calls were big, and they didn't even call them because they were helping Vegas out. Los Angeles Chargers at the Miami Dolphins. I got the Chargers bouncing back. I know the Chargers just looked really bad against the Redskins. I picked the Redskins to win that game, mind you. And the Dolphins, I don't know about the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are done. They're 1-4. I think the Chargers have to get back on track. They'll go 4-2. Dolphins go 1-5. Dolphins are done. I don't have faith in the Dolphins at all. They really needed that game against Carolina and they couldn't pull it out. So I don't know. I think they're pretty much done. What's the guy? McDaniels, whatever the coach. He's going to take the blame for it, whether it's his fault or not. And I'm sure this is probably his last season. Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. In this game, we have I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are coming off a bye week. The Browns are coming back from... Oh, they're probably already back because the planes move fast enough. Their Browns are back probably from London, right? Yeah, and Browns only have a defense. They can't really score many points. I believe the Steelers are a better football team. I think the Steelers are better on the offense. I even think the Steelers' defense can compete, kind of like look similar to what the Browns' defense is. The Steelers have a pretty solid defense. The Steelers' defense seems to be improving with each week, I believe. So I'm going to take the Steelers, especially since it's in Pittsburgh. I'm definitely taking the Steelers. The New England Patriots, Drake May. I know his name now. And he looks legit. He was being pulled down by one of the defenders on the, I think it was what position is that? But anyways, he was being pulled down by one of the players on the defense, and he threw a football, and he won that game. He legitimately won that, helped win the game for the Patriots. Like, he's a legit quarterback. And I definitely got the Patriots winning this game. It's against the Saints. Congratulations to the Saints for... Saints were favored at home, weren't they? It was just a lot of people were picking against them. They picked the Giants to win. But, the Patriots, they're legit. They're going to go in there and they're going to win. The Patriots just went into a environment just as hostile as New Orleans, and with a much more talented Buffalo Bills team, and they pulled out a close victory, but they won. And I think they'll probably win by at least a touchdown or more in New Orleans. I think the Patriots are a better football team. But it is tough to play in New Orleans, but I just think the skill level is just too different. I think that Drake May is so much better than Rattler. It's not even funny. I think, which quarterback would you want on your leading your team? Let's be real. I'm sure the Saints fans would say, yeah, I'd take Drake May at this point, especially since Drake May's proven himself. Tennessee Titans at the Las Vegas Raiders, god damn it, Las Vegas betting bullcrupt state that rips people off and rigs NFL football games. The Raiders, the Raiders, oh my god, how am I supposed to pick this freaking game? Are you kidding me? I'm supposed to pick this game? Both are 1-4. I don't know. I'll go with the Raiders because they're at home. I know the Titans just upset the Cardinals. I don't even know how good the Cardinals are there. And it was like weird stuff, the ball bouncing around and stuff like that. It was almost like a lucky win by the Titans. I'm going to take the Raiders. This is probably going to be a very close game. If this was in Tennessee, I'd probably go with Tennessee. This is just 2 1-4 teams. What the hell am I supposed to pick? I'm going to go with the team at home. I'll go with the Raiders. Raiders get their second win of the season. Congratulations, Raiders fans. San Francisco 49ers at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In this game, I'm going to go with the... Should I go with San Francisco 49ers and the officials, or should I go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers since it's in Tampa Bay? I don't know. Are the officials going to allow the O-line of the San Francisco 49ers to hold pass rushers from the Buccaneers like they did against the Los Angeles Rams? Because in that case, I might side with the 49ers. But no, I'm not going to side with the 49ers. I'm going to take Tampa on this game. I'm not going to make the same mistake again, and I'm not going to even switch this pick. But yeah, I do wonder about officiating in the NFL because I'm seeing a lot of shenanigans go on. And I love that Tony Romo calls it out. It might cost him a job at Fox because they're probably like, oh, we can't have you telling the truth. Because other sports analysts, or what are you going to call them, the people are sports announcers, they won't tell you what's going on. They won't say, hey, this is wrong right here. Like, this is not fair for this team or that team. I like that Tony Romo does that. So I think he's one of the better announcers. I don't know how you could argue against that. I think he's one of the best announcers because I like being told the truth. I don't like when somebody lies to me in my fucking face. That's why I'm not a Democrat. Oh, burn. Now, next we have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Green Bay Packers. Who's going to win this game, guys? In all seriousness, I don't think the Packers are that good. And I also don't think the Bengals are that good. I think the Packers were kind of exposed by the Browns. I think they were exposed by the tie they had with Dallas Cowboys. I don't know how good Dallas really is. Because Dallas still has question marks. They're playing doo-doo teams lately because it's just who you play on your schedule. So I'm not blaming Dallas for that, and I'm not blaming the Packers. But Packers are playing teams that they were expected to beat up on. Like, people thought they were going to beat up on the Browns, even though the Browns have a pretty solid defense. But people thought they would still find a way to win that game, and they didn't. They lost it 10-13, right? I believe to the Browns. The Packers did. I'm going to go with the Packers, but I don't feel good about it. They are coming off a bye week, so maybe they'll get right. But I did like some of the things the Bengals did late against the Lions. But the Lions were given, there was like garbage time freaking points. But at the same time, when things are garbage time points, I still think that teams are starting to learn things and like, oh yeah, we could do this and we could do that a little bit. But at the same time, they're going against a defense that's sitting back a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers. I'm not confident about this pick. This is actually a tricky game to pick because I really think there's something wrong with this Packers team. I think there's not as good as people think they are. We just saw what they look like against the Browns. They lost the game 10-13, I believe, to the Browns. And then they tied with like 40. Was it 41-41 or was it 40-40 against the Dallas Cowboys in a tie? And a game that they should have actually tried. They should have lost the Dallas Cowboys. It was like 1 second left. Like, you got lucky. You got lucky, Packers. You almost lost to the Dallas Cowboys. So how good are the Packers? I'm going to say the Packers are very suspect. So, yeah. Put an asterisk next to this game because I think the Bengals are a live opponent. I think the Bengals could upset in this game. But I'm going to take the Packers. I'm not very confident in it. It is in Green Bay, so that's good for Packers. That will help them a little bit. But, like, I think the Packers are suspect. The Detroit Lions at the Kansas City Chiefs. If this was in Detroit, I would take Detroit. Since it's in Kansas City, and Kansas City plays, what is it? Oh, it's 12:08 a.m. right now. Chiefs play later tonight because I'm on the East Coast. That's why. So they play later tonight. And so I don't know what they're going to look like against the Chiefs and the Jaguars. I think the Chiefs are going to beat the Jaguars. And I think they're going to go back home, and I think they're going to win a very close game against a very talented Lions team. Again, if this was in Detroit, I would definitely be taking Detroit. But I think that the home field advantage in a game like this is a big deal. And I think the Chiefs are back on track. I think they will be... Well, if they win on Monday, they'll be 3-2. I think they'll go 4-2 here, and I think the Lions will be 4-2. And both are respectable records. Like 4-2 is not a bad record for either team, especially when they still have lots of games to play after that. And I got the Kansas City Chiefs in this game. And we have the Buffalo Bills at the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to definitely take the Buffalo Bills to bounce back. They're definitely a pissed off team right now. They do have a lot of penalties against them now. I don't know if there were ticky-tack penalties. I'm tired at nighttime, so Buffalo fans can leave in the comment section, well, this was ticky-tack, and the refs kind of effed us, too, just like in the Eagles game. But the Eagles game was not us getting screwed with penalties against us. It was penalties that should have been called on the Denver Broncos. 2, mind you, that Tony Romo pointed out. And, yeah, I'm sorry that I sound repetitive, but I'm really pissed off because I really feel like the Eagles should be 5-0 right now because we should have been on the 5-yard line with a first down, and we probably most likely would have scored a touchdown and won the game. So we got robbed, okay? We got robbed. I'm pissed off. Yes, I am. For all you that didn't watch the Eagles and the Buffalo Bills game, just listen to Tony Romo's commentary. He will tell you that the Eagles should have been on the 5-yard line. We got robbed. That's pass interference. You also hear Tony Romo talk about the grounding call where it's, well, the guy's 8 yards away, so who the hell is Bo Nix? I mean, I'm sorry, his name's Bo Nix, isn't it? Who's Bo Nix throwing to? Because he looks like he's throwing it to the ground. He doesn't look like he's throwing it to any player. Anyways, yeah, you see my frustration. I'm pissed off right now. But yeah, I got the Bills over the Falcons. The Falcons are coming off a bye week, but they're playing a really angry Bills team. Like, this Bills team felt like, oh yeah, we had a potential chance of beating that Patriots team, and we let it go. We let it slip out our hands. Next game, we have the Chicago Bears at the Washington Redskins. Washington Redskins are home for this game. I'm definitely taking the Washington Redskins game. This game happened last year. I forget what happened. Was it the Bears that messed this game up, or was it the Redskins that messed the game up? Near the end of the game, somebody blew the game on the defense. Was it the Bears' defense blowing the game? The Redskins came back to win, I believe. Well, I don't think that it's going to be a super close game like that again. But I do think the Redskins will find a way to win this game. I think they'll probably win by like a touchdown, maybe a little bit more. I just think they're a better team than the Bears. The Bears are improving; they're getting better, but I still think the Redskins are a much better football team in my opinion, and I think they win at least by a touchdown or more. But yeah, I got the Redskins in this game. This is a Monday night game, obviously. Thank you for watching, and sorry I made this whole video about politics and my Eagles having their game stolen by the corrupt NFL. Makes me not want to watch football because it looks like wrestling. That's why I'm not a wrestling fan, because I don't want to see guys in spandex. That's gay anyways. No, that's okay if you're gay. It's fine. You can be gay. No, there's nothing wrong being gay. I mean, it's your choice, right? But here's the thing about that. I don't care about the spandex part, actually. It's more about the wrestling is staged. It's staged. Are wrestlers getting hurt doing these events and acting out a role? Yes, but wrestling's fake. Like, WWE is fake. And I know, I like that movie, what's it called? Let's Rumble, with the guy from Scream. I can't think of his name. It's something, what's the hell is his name? He's Dewey from Scream, but is it Let's Rumble? Is that the game? Let's Get Ready to Rumble, or is it Let's Rumble? I forget what it's called. But it's a movie that, like, it's like, well, wrestling's real, and yeah, people are getting hurt. People get hurt acting in movies too. It doesn't mean that it's not staged or set up like for like entertainment purposes. Now, to me, football is starting to look like that. Like, when you have bad officiating, it makes me look like that. It's set up. Whether it looks like they're in cahoots with Las Vegas, you know. Anyways, I'm frustrated, and have a wonderful day. Who says that? Who have a wonderful day? I forget which YouTuber I watched that says that. Have a wonderful day. Or was that on a TV show? I don't know. I don't know if everybody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Sorry, I went on this weird rant.